Hey friends, Sean from Draft Therapy here, and on today's review for you, tiny living things called bacteria. Mycoplasma is a 6.2% Belgian Saison from Speciation Artisan Ales in Comstock, Michigan. Another first timer here on the channel. My first Speciation Ale. Sounds like a new toy in the Little Tykes line. Anyhow, Speciation is known for their wildly fermented beverages, and this one here today is actually a collaboration between Speciation and Rake Beer Project. For those of you near Muskegon, the Rake Beer Project is a brewery opening up in your city this spring. Josh Rake spent some time at Old Nation, which you may know from beers such as M43 and Boss Tweed. This collab has definitely got my attention, and I'm looking forward to see what both Speciation and Rake do in the future. So let's get a look at the label here, and we'll get this poured, and we will get it on. Fun fact, Mycoplasma is the name for any of a group of small, typically parasitic bacteria that lack cell walls and sometimes will cause diseases. Speciation usually uses scientific terminology to name their beers, and as a man of science, I find that pretty fascinating. So let's take a look at the label here. It has a goat, and he is giving me the side eye here, and he is up in front of some rocky cliff face, and it says Mycoplasma Nordic Cream Ale, lightly dry hopped with Mandarin of Bavaria and Saz. Now, I'm not a huge cream ale guy, but I have my opinions change a little bit. I can see the diversity of what cream ale can do. And on the bottom here, it has Muskegon, Michigan Rake Beer Project. It has their logo. It has Speciation Artisan Ales. And then on the side, it just says mixed, fermented, and can conditioned. Brewed and canned by Speciation Artisan Ales, LLC, Comstock, Michigan, 49321. If you want to check them out in Comstock, they have a tasting room, and then it has the government warning, and then where the cash deposit is available, and then it has like a tree branch, which I believe is part of Speciation's logo. So let's grab our fancy glass. I got to reach a little bit further out there to get it today. It is my Draft Therapy Tiku glass. Wow. Can you imagine that? So let's go ahead and, is there a date on this? There is no date on this. I just picked this up. All of Speciation's beers, well, not all of them, but a lot of them are really one-offs. I picked this one up in Holiday Market in Royal Oak. It was, I believe, $6, and that's kind of on the cheaper end, but it's also a pint, 16 ounces, right? Is that what I said earlier? Yes, 1 pint. So they have bigger cans. I have some bigger ones, but yeah, they are usually one-offs. So let's go ahead and crack this. Now, I'm not the hugest sour beer fan. I do like Farmhouse beers, though, on occasion. Yeah, this has a little bit of a spicy, kind of coriander-y, kind of farmhousey, funky kind of smell just out of the can. So let's go ahead and pour this. It is really light. I'm going to slow down a little bit because I've been known to over-pour in this glass when I pour so quickly. Let's get a little bit more in there. A lot of head on this. I poured it pretty aggressively, intentionally. I have about 2 fingers on the pour. It's got a lot of huge bubbles on the head. It is dissipating really quickly, though. It's thinning out quite a bit. I'm going to pour a little bit more in here, fill that up. See a lot of the carbonation kind of bubbling up in there, churning up in there. I'm going to hold it up to the light here. It's not clear at all. This is pretty hazy. It is a really nice golden yellow color, light yellow. I can see a little bit of a shadow through the glass, but I can't see my fingers unless I get super close. If I get really close, I can actually see through it. Let's put a better nose on the glass here. Yeah, getting a lot of bright farmhouse, funky kind of smells. Farmhouses and sour, I think of Speciation, for some reason I think of sours, but I think they're probably known a little bit more, well, they're probably known really well for their sours and their farmhouse ales. But yeah, it's just generally got like kind of a hay, kind of strawy smell. A little bit on the sweeter side of a farmhouse. When I say farmhouse, I literally think of like hay, straw, when you go into a barn, and that kind of smell that you get, not the bad smells, but the good kind of smells of a barn. It's open fermented, so, it's just kind of like the random yeast that fly in out of the air. So enough of me babbling about something I don't know a whole lot about. I'm going to go ahead and drink it and let you know what I think. That head actually has dissipated quite a bit. Side note. Wow, so it's got the farmhouse taste, which is what I taste a lot in the tail end and the aftertaste. It's got this underlying really sweet kind of lemony taste to it, though, like a citrus kind of taste. The mouth feels really light, really thin. Goes down really easy. Has this kind of along with that farmhouse, it has this tinge of like it has a little bit of a citrusy kind of sweetness to it, but also has this kind of tinge of almost there's like this tinge in the back that I can't really pick up. It's on the finish. I just can't put my finger on what it is. I wanted to say initially like it was a mint, but it's not really a mint. I mean, that's kind of weird to say. But this is a palate cleanser for sure. You know, when you take a drink and you swallow it, it really just kind of clears everything off your tongue, and all that you're left with is the taste. If you had something really strong, something that tasted really strong, and you tried this would just kind of wipe away that really strong taste. But it kind of clears that taste away. You get a little bit of that citrusy, kind of orangey taste from the Mandarina Bavaria, but there's also this kind of lemony taste in it as well. So it's really light. It's not super, super heavy on flavor, but it's definitely the farmhouse kind of taste kind of takes over at the end. This is a really accessible beer from Speciation. I feel like now after trying this, I kind of played it safe because I could have gotten a sour and just been kind of out of my league. But this has more of that farmhouse kind of feel to it. It's a Belgian, a Saison, so it's going to have more of that farmhouse quality. It's not a sour. And I didn't do a whole lot of research on this before I tried it, but I actually dig it quite a bit. If you're kind of looking for something out of the ordinary to try, I mean, I'm going to pour more in here. This is definitely one I think that you should pick up. But if something farmhouse ales aren't your deal, then it's probably still not going to be your deal. So I would just say take that with a grain of salt. If you're into trying something a little bit different, or if you like Belgian Saisons or farmhouse style ales, this would be one to try. But if that's not up your alley, I think that it would be one that obviously you probably wouldn't go for anyways. But if you want to push yourself a little bit outside your comfort zone, I think this would be a good one to try to start with Speciation, because it's really accessible. It's not too overpowering. It's not too in your face. It's just a really nice kind of mild Saison. You get that farmhouse taste again. You get a lot of that citrus sweetness, a lot of that lemony kind of zestiness as well. And it's a good one to start out with. All right, friends, that has been Mycoplasma from Speciation. Have you had this beer, or what are your thoughts on Speciation just in general? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you like Michigan beer like this, you should probably stick around. I'm here talking about it twice a week, and the best part about it is it's absolutely free to viewers just like you. You can also find links to my social media and a lot of other goodies, including some new death metal inspired merch, which I like quite a bit. So until next time, I'm Sean from Draft Therapy. Thanks for stopping by, and remember, drink craft beer, support your local breweries wherever they are, and don't forget to treat yourself to a little draft therapy. Thanks for watching. Cheers.